And Fletcher Brown, another artist video blog at KIX96Country.com. Our guest today, returning champion from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Please welcome Curb recording artist Rachel Holder. Hey, Rachel, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you?
All right, great. Welcome back to Kix Country.
Thank you.
Now, let's see. We met you in 2011, I do believe it was.
That was a long time ago.
3 years ago. You brought us chocolate. The song, not actual chocolate.
I think I did bring some chocolate,
You
though.
may have. Did she bring chocolate? I think she may have.
I believe I did.
Okay. Well, you were pushing your very first single, your debut single there, Chocolate, with us. And you, of course, wowed and amazed us here. And we've watched your star rise every year since then. Okay, now, since from Chocolate to now, you've been signed to Curb Records. You've got hit singles out like In Your Arms, Lord Help Me, and, of course, now you've got Shining Now. So tell us about the journey from Chocolate to now.
Oh, the journey from Chocolate to now has been absolutely incredible. It's given me a lot of experience. I've met amazing people. I've made so many good relationships like ours, and we just, you gotta keep trucking along, because if you just, you gotta persevere and you gotta grow as an artist, and that's what I've done in these past 4 years. Is I've definitely grown as an artist, and my vocal range has actually grown to 4 octaves, and so I've been hard at work at it, and I've done a radio tour. That's why I've stopped here previously, and I did about 80,000 miles on a Music Row radio tour, and I've been to 39 states since then. And so now we're about to release an EP. It's in Walmart on July 15th, and be sure to pre-order it now.
Absolutely. Of course, you can go pre-order that on iTunes and we go to your website. One of the things I want to talk about, you're talking about your growth as an artist. From the time, I like to track artists. I like when I meet a new artist, a young artist who's just coming into his or her own. I always like to listen to their early work, their first work, and compare it to everything that they put out. And you have exploded. Your talent is it's always been right there. But one of the things that I always credit with bringing true artistry out is a good producer. And you've been working a lot with Wilbur Rhymes, is that correct?
Yes.
All right, so tell us about that relationship.
Yes, that relationship developed with Chuck Howard. Chuck introduced me to Wilbur before I was signed with Curb. And we went down to Tyler, Texas, and we cut 3 sides off of the new EP. And once we did that, well, before that, let's back up a little bit. We developed my own style. We developed what we were going to do before we even went to the studio. And so that took a couple of months, about 9 months. And so we went down and we cut it, and he said, hey, this is pretty cool. I think I'm going to send it to Mike Curb. And then that's when Mike responded back, and he was like, Wilbur, I want to sign this girl ASAP. And so I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Mike Curb, the one I've looked up to this label a long time, and I can't believe he wants to sign me, It was like a pinch me moment. And so Wilbur, called him and everything, got it set up, and then I said, I really want to meet my boss. I want to know who I'm working for before I sign anything. So he flew in, I met with him, we signed the contract together, and that's when I got signed.
And so now Wilbur's been responsible for the last several singles.
Yes, he has, very much. So if it's bad, blame it on him. No, I'm just joking. But Wilbur is wonderful. Him and my family have gotten really close, and we've been together through this whole journey, and hopefully we'll continue on and everything. I know that I'm happy with where my music is. Every single we've had out, I feel like grows. I feel like we keep raising the bar with production, with the vocals, everything. And so the people down in Texas are so wonderful. Greg and Austin and then Wilbur and, Chuck was a part of it too. I mean, I could not be any more happier than the team that I have.
All right, so now you're still living in East Tennessee.
Yes.
All right, so you get back and forth to Nashville plenty.
Yes.
All right, and you're working on, you got tours coming up, and of course with the EP coming out, we're gonna be seeing a lot of new promotion on that. And the music on the EP, we're gonna have singles like Lord Help Me.
Of course.
And
I believe
5 Days.
In Your Arms. I don't believe 5 Days is on there.
5 Days not on there?
To be honest with you, I really don't know what's on there. I'm just kind of thrown out there right now.
That's a typical artist. They don't know where they're going, and they don't really know what's on the album.
It was so cool. This is how fans keep up with my music. I was like, I have an EP coming out. One of my fans tweeted me that. I was like, that is so awesome. Thank you for telling me. And so that's how I found out. So I believe In Your Arms. I don't think you, Wilbur, what do you think's on there?
Lord Help Me.
Say a Prayer. 2 more.
Shining Now, obviously.
Shining Now.
And Big Bad.
Oh, I Think of You. That's it, yeah.
So.
But now, that's my favorite song on my EP.
Oh, is it?
Yes, that's my favorite song I've ever recorded.
Why is that your favorite?
I feel like it, the emotion of the song, the emotion, the lyrics, and the way I recorded it was just amazing. Like, I had to literally bring myself down almost to crying to record this song.
Really?
Like I had to. It took us about an hour to get my mood set for that song, and it was just the whole process of recording that song was just amazing, and the way the emotion just came out.
Have you ever performed it live?
I haven't. We can do that though.
All right. Well, I mean, like in front of an audience.
No, we have not yet.
You haven't. Okay, we're gonna have a sit down after you
Yeah.
perform that song live the first time in front of an audience.
I would love
and,
to.
and see what that experience is like. You know, I always curious about what artists, what their favorite song is on any album.
Yeah.
All right, so the last question: are you any of the stuff that's on the EP or any in the future is songwriting in the mix with any of this?
Of course.
Are you songwriting?
I am, and I actually just wrote one that I love, and so I believe we're gonna cut that very soon as well too. And, you know, I am songwriting. One of my goals 2 years ago was to write a song a day, so I've written 365 songs, obviously.
Wow!
And so I did that, and then I've recorded some, I put some down, and just continued co-writing, and until that one, like the one I just wrote, you know, finally hits, and I'm like, hey, I really want to do that one, you know, because I feel like there's songwriters for a reason, there's me for a reason, and I feel like whatever the best song it is, the best song should make the album.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, Rachel Holder, you can find her at rachelholder.com. Of
Yeah.
course, you can find her on Facebook and on Twitter.
Of course, I do social media like crazy. This guy would know.
Yeah, she actually does. She really, and you do your own Twitter and your own Facebook.
Yes.
Right, so that's her you're talking to. Look elsewhere on this website for an exclusive live performance from Rachel Holder, and hopefully we can get her to come back and see us again soon.
Only if you bring chocolate.
Only. Oh, chocolate. All right. Rachel, thanks so much for being here.
Okay.
We love having you. Will you come back again soon? Now I'm hungry. And we'll see you next time on another artist video blog at KIX96country.com.